very long. Touchdown in the zone. Texas on my mind, hook 'em till I'm gone. Steel curtains, Pittsburgh battle strong. Scope buffs to the beat, rap the fight song. College dream stadiums packed to the lid. 95 yards, let the Heisman bid. Boys in the huddle, plans never kid. From the Lone Star to the Rockies, heroism undid. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Scope buffs chin, every nerve fits. Pittsburgh skyline, I love unearth it. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Lady love on the sidelines, heart in the game. Quarterbacks pass, parallel the same. Respect where it's due, never been lame. Love, laugh, subscribe, the flames never tame. Blitz crush, defensive line rewind. Buffs roar, another first down grind. Long live the gridiron, always unkind. Highlight reels, leaving trails behind. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Scope buffs chin, every nerve fits. Pittsburgh skyline, I love unearth it. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Really flawed, my life ain't perfect. Hook 'em horns, showing all worth it. Unearth it. Unearth it. Unearth it. Unearth it.
Oh, I'm here. I am live. It is Friday. The holidays are over. And I decided to go live instead of making a video. But whoever's here, can you let me know if you can hear me? Because I could be talking to myself because my microphone was not working earlier. So I had to do some troubleshooting. So yeah. Happy Friday, everyone. And this is my channel anniversary, my channel birthday. Hey, Nicole. I'm assuming you can hear me. So I decided to go live because it has been 1 year since I posted my very first video. And that video was a hot mess, but awesome. But I posted it, it is live, and the rest is history. The funny thing is when I posted my first video, I actually didn't post my first video with a title. And John the Liquidator was like, you posted this, but there's not a title. You probably should add a title. So that was the first video I ever posted, was a video without a title. So that is fantastic. So yeah, so there's that. And yeah, it's after the holidays. There's football on. The football's terrible. And I'm tired of watching these teams that are a shell of themselves. I'm tired of all of it. So screw them. But so yeah. I am just here. I don't know how long. Thank you, Alpha, for my happy anniversary. I don't know how long I'm going to be up here. I don't even know if anybody wants to talk to me, but I just decided I'm going live. Football sucks. It's Friday, and I have been reorganizing my life, if that is really a thing. I feel like when you're adults, like nobody ever tells you how hard it is to be an adult. But I am here and I am adulting and I am doing my very, 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 very best. So yes. So I don't know. I don't have an agenda. I don't have anything. It's just me, myself. My Steelers are average as expected and Texas is still playing. Cool. Colorado plays tomorrow. Great. Whatever. So yeah, I am just here doing my thing and minding my own business. So that is what I do best, is mind my own business. So yeah. I just decided to, oh my God, your family. You know what? I feel like the holidays is like, it's like be around people that you're not usually around 24/7 and see if you like each other when it's over. It's so chaotic. It's crazy. So I don't know. I feel you, girl. I feel you. But yeah, the other thing is too, I'm realizing that I didn't realize how crazy the bowl schedule was. And so some of these games, like I don't understand why yesterday we didn't have more games and then today we have like 6 games. So I'm not really understanding that. And then the games are actually so bad. So I'm over the games. So there's that. So it's just one of those things that I'm just like, what the F is going on? Hey, sir, how are you?
What up? You remember I was the first StreamYarder, so
No, I was just gonna say that. You remember when I was like, how do I use this? I don't know what to do. You're like, just send the link.
just send the link.
Just send the link.
Hey,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna lie. I have been thoroughly enjoy watching the Georgia Tech Vandy game because they are out here fighting each other. But it's on a rain delay now. But they literally fighting each other. I like that.
Yeah. Well, you know what I've realized though? It's like the teams that you saw in the season are like a shell of themselves.
Absolutely.
So
Oklahoma,
it's
they look
yeah, I
bad.
mean Oklahoma, yeah, I mean, but to be honest, every team is probably going to look whatever because
That's
a lot
true.
of I feel like the closer you get though to the New Year's Eve bowls, the better it's supposed to get. But there's so many people in that transfer portal that it's a mess.
Man, Oklahoma had
Hey,
25
motivated
people
and dedicated.
transfer. Oklahoma had 25 people transfer. That's crazy.
20,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that is crazy. And I think that too, like some of these games just mean more to other teams than they do other, like if I could go somewhere and get a lot of money, I'm entering the transfer portal. My team sucks anyway.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, those Army, Navy, Air Force teams are always gonna be difficult in bowl games because those guys don't. You don't go to Navy and Army for football, so you're not transferring in, you're not transferring out of Army. You got a 2-year contract. You're stuck there.
That's
So
true.
their team gonna
Yeah.
look exactly like they look the whole year.
Yeah, that's a good point. I also
Yeah.
think though that like there's no incentives anymore for playing these games. Because it used to be you'd get so much stuff, but now they're getting money. So the
Yeah.
stuff isn't as fun as it used to be. Like
Yeah.
I remember when people used to go and get like PS5s and
Mm-hmm.
shoes and all of this and that. Where now
And,
it's like I can go buy that. I don't need it.
yeah, but I do think that they need to have a purse for the players in the games. I think they need to have a purse, like some type of, if you win the game, you get $5,000 or something. They need to do that. They need to.
Yeah,
They
I
need to.
agree.
Because
Hey
if you don't
Nicole.
play, you don't get the money, or you don't even get a ring if you're not on the roster.
Well, I do think it would be cool if they did pay them. I do. Why are they not paying them?
Well, I don't know. And they can easily say it's an NIL deal. Just tell it it's an NIL deal. If your team wins the bowl game, you get an NIL deal, and we'll do a commercial. We're going to Disneyland, whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I agree. And you know what? An NIL deal and putting them in a commercial is actually brilliant.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Why
But
not?
yeah. But honestly, and I talked about this with Rawhide a few weeks ago, I think the scheduling is all messed up too.
I do
Because
too.
the season ends, you want them to play in a bowl game, but then they have to hurry up and jump in the transfer portal. But then like there's so many things that are keeping them away. And I don't know,
Right.
I don't think we never address the problems. We always just like add stuff, but we never address the problems.
But you know what week I think, the week that I think that messes everything up? I think the conference championship week is not necessary anymore with the playoff system. I don't think you need that anymore. I think you just go back to old school and just whatever your tiebreakers are, that's who's your conference champ. It's just too much football. It's just way too much football.
Yeah, the winner of the championship this year, if they played in championship weekend, they will play just as much as as an NFL team.
Yeah, and that's crazy. And they started their season way before the NFL.
Way before.
Yeah. I don't like
my
it.
thing. I've always said I think they need to get rid of week 0. I think week 0 should be a real week and bump everything up a week.
I got you. And they got these 2 bye weeks. What's up, Nicole? And they got these 2 bye weeks. It really makes the season long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes NIL deals are less than clever.
What's up, Nick? What's up, Nick?
What's going on, Nicole? How are you?
I'm good. How are y'all doing? Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary. So your anniversary was on Christmas, the day after Christmas?
Mine it's actually today. My first video I ever posted was on this day.
The 27th. Wow. Oh, wow.
And I posted it without a title. And JTL was like, girl, you need a title.
What were you talking about? What were you talking about?
It was just a short. I think I was just like announcing the channel because I was like, I'm not going to do this. This is stupid. Nobody cares. And I posted it and it got like 4.5, like 4.5 thousand views or 2.2 thousand views or something. And I was like, why do people click on that? Why do people watch that?
They're interesting.
Yeah. And then it was like, and then my next one got like 600 views. And I just remember talking to JTL and he was like, keep going. Like,
Yeah, just keep doing it.
you just
Yeah.
keep, yeah. He's like, keep
Yeah.
posting. And so that's how I started. Like, I had no idea what I'm doing. Let me be honest, I still don't know what I'm doing. But so that's how I started, is just like, just start and post anything. And yeah, sometimes I go watch them. The sound quality is terrible, like terrible.
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
Nicole, are there any games you looking forward to for the rest of the bowl season, or you just kind of just watching what pops up on your TV?
Whatever pops up,
She's with
honestly.
family.
Yeah, I'm with family. I've just been. I don't even know if I'm gonna watch the Colorado game. I'm gonna be out exploring and stuff. So
Man, you got to hit some earphones, and you know them fools gonna be in Keith and Ken, and just put it on mute and just listen to
yeah,
fools talk.
I'm gonna go join the Ken and Ken and just put y'all on mute so I don't have to hear all the sounds and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna try to join in and stuff. But I probably won't talk. But
Yeah.
I'm not really interested in Bulls because people don't take it seriously.
They don't.
No, they don't.
So that's why I'm like, shout out to Shador and Travis, because actually taking it seriously, because it's nice to see. But yeah, I don't watch.
How embarrassing would it be if they played in this game and they lost?
Yeah, and that would be real sad.
Let's talk about that. Okay. Let's break this down. So
I was thinking about that. Like, what if Travis get cooked or something? Just won the Heisman. I'm not trying to see that.
So check this out. I agree. They've had a successful season. It's a successful season. There's nothing that you can say that makes it unsuccessful. But if do they have to win this game?
Yeah,
they have to win.
They have to. Yeah, they have to.
So in my video, I kind of was like, they don't really have to. But the more I thought about it, they've made such a big deal about starting their players and them being 100% and full go.
Right.
You have to win.
Because if they're playing with Shador and Travis.
If they lose, how do we look at the season?
I don't think this has anything to do with the season, personally, in my opinion.
You just talking about the taste of it's like cooking with food and you put a bad seasoning in there. It's still okay, but it's something you put garlic in here. It's just one of them things that it don't taste as good. It
will leave a bad taste because
Yeah.
Okay, so in my opinion, I'll let somebody else talk. Let's take this a step further. If they lose this game with all their guys, right? When I say all the guys, I mean like Shador, Travis, yeah, and then you head into next year. I'm starting to wonder, because this is a Big 12 team. We couldn't even beat those guys with this team. And in my opinion, they haven't replaced those guys. So
yeah, you're right. And three losses in the Big 12, that would be nasty work. You lose 3 games in that conference is nasty work. That's nasty work.
I don't know. Jack Boy, what do you think?
Shit, I feel like if they lose, it won't be a bad season, but I feel like there'll be a narrative like that Prime can't win a big game.
Yeah, I think that too.
You're right.
That's what I put in my video. Yeah.
He because he hasn't won a bowl game yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the narrative.
And if they lose, why did the guys play? Why did the guys play? Like, what was? Y'all could have just set them on the bench and lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the news conference between Prime and the other coach from BYU? Anybody watch that news?
No, I ain't watched that.
I seen some clips of Prom because I follow Jake and them, but I didn't see the BYU. No, I didn't see that coach.
Yeah, so I put it in the Discord, and if you watch their energy, I'm not gonna lie. I know Prime be kind of shucking and jiving and laughing and giggling. He want to win. I get it. The BYU coach got energy that his energy is, I'm trying to win this damn game. Like his energy is like, yo, we're trying to win this game. Like it just, he ain't say no slick.
But wouldn't you be wanting to win this game?
No, hell yeah.
I mean, he has to though, because BYU, man, they was on a roll, and then something
they fell off.
They fell off.
They fell off too.
But I don't think they have to. They don't have the number 1 and number 2 pick in the draft. They had a good season. They lose a game. But
that's what I think. But I think we got to separate. I think Colorado had a good season. And then I think, period. Yeah. That's the end of the sentence. And then I think the next thing is can you win this important game that you haven't won yet in your career? So I think that's their
Yeah,
thing.
this is for
But
prime. This is for prime.
exactly. This is
Yeah.
for pride
It's for
too.
prime.
This
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
and this is for a little bit of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the season didn't go how we were supposed to do, but that's okay because we won this game. This is similar to what happened with Texas, I think in 2000. I don't remember. And we beat Georgia in the bowl game. Now, it's not because Georgia was playing their
Oh yeah, I
people, but
remember that game.
it was just the point, right? That like, okay, we're
Right.
going to be okay next year. We're going to come back. We're going to be different. Spoiler, they weren't and they didn't. But it was just the thing, you know, like now we can take this and go into the off season.
So, and I think it also, just like you said, the momentum for next year, because they're losing a ton of people. I don't know if you looked at the list. I'm not just talking about numbers. I'm talking about starters. They are
Right.
losing a ton of starters.
Yeah, they have a lot of
This team
seniors.
looks nothing. It will look nothing like production wise. They probably got production coming back of like 5%. We talking about the most productive player that they have coming back, defense and offense, would be AI. That's it. There's no other wide receivers. They're all gone.
Except for Amar and Miller.
Except for
Miller.
Well, but he played one game, really, bro. He played one game.
With two.
Well, 2 games. He caught for how many yards total this season? 200 yards? 190?
Something like that.
Can we be honest though? My thing is, if they go with the same philosophy, does any of that really matter?
No.
But the thing, okay, so I think the one thing that we have to be honest with when they compare like Michael Vick to Coach Prime or Eddie George to Coach Prime or Deshaun Jackson to Coach Prime had the cheat code of having Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. So it's not going to look, there's not too many coaches that have ever coached that before. There's not too many people I think Colorado got spoiled, and they are going to probably see what does your season and what does your team look like without 2 Heisman Trophy candidates. And I don't think the Prime fans have ever seen that, and I don't know if they're willing to see what it may look like.
No, I agree. I think we're not going to realize how much of an impact Shedeur had on this team until he's gone.
Right, because if you take Shedeur, let's take Jackson State in the first 2 years of Colorado. If you take Shedeur off of those teams and Travis off of those teams, what are we talking about for Coach Prime? What are we looking at?
No, I agree.
That's what you guys got to. I'm not saying expect that because you got Juju coming in. Nobody knows, but what I'm saying is, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a transition. I don't know if it's going to be for the better or for the worse. I know it's going to be different though. It's going to definitely be different.
I think anybody that is thinking it's not going to be different is not paying attention.
Correct. You right.
I mean, and to be fair, like, listen, Quinn Ewers is not the best quarterback that Texas has, depending on what you want him to do. Even when he leaves, Texas is going to be a little bit different.
It's going to be different.
Saying? Like,
right.
And I think that's just, but I think that's sports for you. Now, I don't know if this fan base is ready to understand what that really means and what that's going to look like. Because some positions you can't, some positions you can just slot a different guy in, right? And it's like
running back,
back. Maybe even an offensive lineman or two.
Yeah,
you know, some
tight end.
Certain things you can just kind of slot in and be like, okay, we're good. Maybe safety, right? Maybe,
right.
But like when you lose your quarterback, you're impacted.
Or a guy that's like an All-American on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, you're impacted.
And
based on this recruiting, no one's there to have replaced either one of them. So,
right,
what do we?
and from leadership standpoint, I don't know who's the leader of the team. Tyler Brown. Who's the leader of the Colorado Buffaloes? Tyler Brown. Who's the leader going into next year? Caleb Mathis. Who's the leader?
I don't even think they got a leader.
No, I mean, I guess is it
like
Benson? Are we going back to
so
Benson?
Tired of you.
Are we going back to Benson? We back to him?
Yeah, we back to Benson.
Well, can I just say something?
Don't touch. What's Juju number? What? Don't touch one. I don't know what.
10,
but can I just say something? I don't think that they have to have that figured out yet. I think it would be nice to have it figured out, but again, it goes back to the impact of losing such key players. Is sometimes what you think you know now is not going to be true when they start practicing in the spring. It's just not.
This is true, but but like, can Benson be in that role if he's not starting?
First of all, stop. It's not going to be Benson. Stop.
Wait, wait. Okay, hold up. Stop. I need you to hold up. Come out. I need you to hold. I need you to mark this clip. So when you see Well-Off next year and Benson is bringing everybody up,
hold on. First of all,
promise you.
First of all, I do not watch Well-Off, so I won't see it.
When you see a clip of it,
if it's not Jordan Seaton and if it's Benson, that's a bigger issue.
Well, get ready. Hey, Jack Boy, what's your bet? You think Benson's gonna be the vocal one again?
I feel like he gonna be the one more talking.
He gonna do way more talking.
I feel like he gonna be way more talking. He gonna be way more talking.
But you know who it's going to be? One of those defensive line guys.
Who?
Probably
they gone too. They lost everybody.
No, they're not.
Who's
it's gonna be one of the guys from Pitt. Who's the guy? Sam.
No,
what's his name?
But come on, he's not
Alpha. Are you gonna let me talk?
Yeah, you my bad. I'm
like, chill. Like, breathe. Take a deep breath. Like,
my bad. Let me zip it.
I am trying here. Okay.
Go ahead. So tell me who's gonna be the leader next year.
So the other thing I'm worried about is what about are any of the corners that are gonna stay? Are any of them vocal? Like McKinney. Or who's the other guy? Hood. Or what about what about I don't know much about Carter Steinmeier. I don't know about him.
No.
Okay. So but that's my thing though. They might not have one.
I guess Warren Sapp.
Right. And so I think let's be real here for a second.
Here we go.
There's different stages of teams though, right? Championship teams are usually player led because that's part of what takes them over the edge. Is the players are holding themselves to such a high standard that it is what it is, right? And if you don't meet the standard, you can't eat with us kind of thing, right? You're not a part of us. I don't think next year they're going to be a championship team. So it's going to take them some time to develop that leadership. And I think that's okay. That's my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I got you, but with any reality show, you gotta have a focal. Who's the focal point?
Okay, can we not? Okay, this man is looking at this as a reality show. Oh my!
No. I'm saying, you know how Law Dog said it's a movie. Law Dog always say it's a movie, baby. It's a movie, baby. So, what's the movie? What is the narrative to this? The transition?
I think it's a transition. I I 100% think it's a transition.
I got you, man.
Season 3 gonna be better.
And I think people should be okay with it being a transition. That's all I'm saying.
So, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna ask. We'll ask that later on. We'll see at the end of the season. I was about to ask you. Do you think?
Here the coach come.
No, I was. Can I say something real quick?
Law Dog, there you go, baby.
Hey, really, Fly. Congratulations on your year.
Ain't no way you talking.
Yeah, I don't know how to talk on here, but
oh yeah, my bad. Blessings, brother. Blessings.
Blessings to you as well, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, my brother.
Why is Nicole up here?
She wants to be up here.
Why not?
Okay, well, that's
Coach,
all I
don't start
want.
your mess today now.
That's all I got.
It's the holiday.
What were you gonna say, Alpha?
No,
about the conversation we don't want to have. Just say it.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna wait till the end of the season. We'll just wait till the end of the season. I'm good.
Yeah, I just think we have to realize that this might be a rebuilding year. It's okay.
Oh,
every team has one.
Hey, Law Dog, you always say it's a movie, right? Don't you say it's a movie, baby, right? You say it's a movie. What's the title for season 3? What's your title?
For who? See you?
Just yeah. We said transition might be a good word. What title you got for the movie?
Ass whooping.
What do you say? What old school say?
Ass whooping.
They gonna be whooping. They gonna be whooping.
Nah, this year gonna be called the remix.
The
He gonna remix it
remix.
for y'all, bro. He gonna remix it. I feel like if he keep his staff, he'll be all right.
But okay, so what is all right to you?
I mean, listen, I look at Arizona State, who was a terrible team last year. They allowed the coach to get his systems in place, get the type of guys he needed in there. I mean, at best, he had I can't even tell you who Sam Levitt. Okay, I can't tell you who their quarterback is, but he's not an actual serious threat. You know, with that being said, Arizona State was able to instill what that team is and dominate. So I feel like Brian got a shot. He recruiting well. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, I got to see what else he get out the portal. But as far as the high school ranks, he kind of I like what he got out the high school. So
Me too. I ain't gonna lie.
So you saying they look more like
Mhm.
Arizona State next year and not like Arizona, correct?
No, I'm using that as context.
He's using them as an example.
Like, I mean,
Okay.
it could easily go the other way as far as how Arizona State was on last year, but then they fell out this year. But then again, they coach left and some things changed. So I feel like, you know, as you go into these years, like, you know the formula. I mean, everybody, you know, if you're a good team, you're gonna lose good players. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. Like, you're gonna lose that quarterback, you're gonna lose that receiver. That's how it's supposed to happen. That's the natural progression of a building team or a building program, regardless.
Hey,
Even
dog.
if you-
Dog, I know you. Hey, dog, I know you ain't finna stop. Don't just stop for a minute. Let me ask you this question. Look here. Okay, right? You know, with that rebuilding thing, you know, we finna lose. We gonna finna lose right now. We already know that. But you know what I'm saying? Look here. They got better. Do you agree?
No, that's what that's what I was saying.
I mean, what goddamn?
So hold on, let me get this super chat off. Let me get the super chat off real fast. So first of all, Brasco Rascal said, "Happy anniversary to your channel, Really Flawed. Congrats, and many more to come. Thank you so much. I appreciate." Let me play a cute little thank you. Yay!
You just feel like you just crushed it.
Glory.
Now, go ahead. Go answer
go
his
ahead.
question.
Go ahead, dog. You was sounding real good. Go ahead, dog.
No, I was just saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like he built. Like, my biggest criticism with Prime is I ain't like what he was doing as far as the high school ranks. I was always a big opponent. I'm like, man, you got to attack the high school. You get the high school, the JUCO, you can kind of pick and choose a little bit better. I mean, as far as not JUCO, but as far as the transfer portal. But now I like what he got coming back. Like, you got a Marion Miller on that roster now. Like, as quiet as kept, he's still there. So that Travis production is right there already built in.
Hey, dog. Hey, dog. Can I say this still by asking another question? Look, did you see what he was talking about? The Coach Belichick out there doing New England. Do you see how Coach Prime would give us some advice? What Coach Prime said to him? Did you see that part?
No, I ain't what he said.
Hey, Coach Prime said, "Look, if I want to give us some advice, I'm tell them, look here, don't go to the people's houses, sit up there and try to recruit them, because the ones across the street gonna be mad at you. They ain't gonna come to you because you ain't come to their house." Well, I'll tell you, did he get it right?
I think that's just, you know, I think
that's talk.
Yeah, that's just
talk.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good because it's like every coach know they ain't got a kid, because it's like every coach didn't come to my school. Like, I was a big time guy, and all the head coaches didn't come to my school and talk to me.
Right. Jen J sent me a super chat. She said, "Happy anniversary, 5 and 7 season loading. Go Blue." Apparently, I cannot read. Somebody go take my degrees away because I cannot freaking read.
That's where you got that name from.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, is that where you got that name from? Really Flawed?
Yeah, I can't read. I just can't read. I can't read. I can't write. All the things. I can't do it.
Really
It's all
Flawed.
fake.
You sure can make them thank you.
Yeah, you ain't lying, boy.
Figure that out.
Really Flawed. I'm glad you're a beautiful woman, boy. You get away with a whole lot of things I can't do.
I'm just doing the best I can, old school. Thank you.
Hey, I like that.
Listen,
I
ain't time for the humble teacher. Come on, just pop it a little bit. Come on, like.
Come on, old school.
What do you want me to do?
All right,
Want to give you a dance party or something?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's start there.
Hey, dog. Hey, Jack Boy on here too. Hey, Jack Boy, dog. I agree with y'all when y'all was over on Chucky. I can't get on this thing. I can't get on this line because my thing is messed up over here. But then I agree with y'all. I'm just saying. I like the way the women. Hey, dog, Jack Boy,
Yep.
y'all right.
Yeah,
These women coming up in these sports, and they come up harder than the guys
Y'all better
sometimes.
recognize.
Jen J, I appreciate you. I don't know if I said that I was distracted by myself.
I'm sorry.
No,
but
you're
did you
fine.
hear me, dog?
So
I heard you, old school. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Bro. We
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
have any of y'all looked at CU schedule next year?
Mm-mm.
I ain't.
I see
I
a
did.
cakewalk
They
all
play
through
a
the
bunch.
Big 12.
So
Hey,
we're
Really
taking
Flaw, let me ask you this question
taking
while
over the Big
since
12.
you mentioned that. Really Flaw, because I know
What's
you
up?
ride with Texas and everything. I know Texas was in the Big 12. They ran it like it was a cake house.
They
Well, we
didn't.
ain't ran.
Help
We
us.
They
didn't
Let me
didn't.
ran.
get to this point, please.
Get
Look,
to
do
the
you
point.
see? See you doing the same goddamn thing in the Big 12, running it like it was theirs, like Texas did.
I mean, Oklahoma.
So
Well,
Texas.
no, I mean Texas. There wasn't Texas in the Big 12. Jug Boy.
Yeah. So Texas was in the Big 12, but
I
they
mean,
didn't run
Texas.
it.
Is Texas your favorite team you've been watching since you was a little kid?
But they
Yeah,
didn't
boy,
run
I'm
the.
telling you. Yeah, that team. Yeah, they've been running the Big 12 like it was theirs, right? Do you
They
agree?
have no. That's not true. They didn't run the Big 12.
Well, because weak Oklahoma kept on getting in their way. I understand
There
that
it
too,
is.
but I'm
So
sorry.
I think so. Okay, so I think what people try to say when they say that is Texas has always been the premier school, air quotes. But we've always had the glitz, the glamour, the money, the bigger school, the bigger blah blah blah.
Y'all
They're
just
tier
had
one.
the biggest check. The glitz
That's what
and
I'm
the
saying.
glamour,
But they're
not really.
but that's not true because they're a tier one university, which means their endowment has
'Cause
always
they
been
got the
big.
bag.
Right. But also being a tier one university on the educational side is a huge deal. It's a huge selling point.
I remember Vince Young, Colt McCoy. Anything after that, don't remember.
No, but that's the thing. For you, it was then, but it was even before that. So historically, our biggest rival was actually like it was always A&M, but Oklahoma, we always used to go head and head with A&M. And that used to be our biggest sports rival and school rival was A&M. So then, obviously, when NIL started, Texas was like, cool, this gives us a leg up. We can basically go get anybody we want. We're going to pay for them. We're going to give them everything they want. And they get to live in Austin. Who doesn't want to live in Austin?
I will tell you this.
Who don't want to live with Austin?
Oh, I love Austin.
Quinn looked real confident that last game.
Who? Yours?
Yeah, he looked real confident. That's one of the best I ever seen him look. He looked like he knew what he was doing all game.
Yeah.
Yeah, until he threw that dumb pick, but you know.
But that's not
wasn't
his
even his
fault.
fault.
That's not his. You can't fault a guy for getting the ball tipped. Why do y'all do this?
Crazy.
Moore should have caught it, but you know.
There's the period.
Exactly.
Counted as an interception.
Yeah. Now, if you want to say that the 4th down and 2 should have been a better throw, I got you.
Yeah.
But the interception, you can't. If a guy's going to tip the ball up in the air, what do you want him to do?
That's
But
like
I think the thing that Quinn doesn't get enough credit for, because everybody, let's be real, Manning's behind him. Everybody wants to see Manning, and everybody for some reason thinks Ewers is supposed to be the absolute perfect quarterback in college football. He's not. He's never going to be. But I don't know why that's his expectation. But what he never will get credit for is how many times he audibles out of plays that results in touchdowns. Because there was like 2 or 3 of them last game, but nobody will ever give him credit for it.
All right, really. We ain't saying to this horn now.
I'm just saying that's a good. It's
give you a
a
little
any
credit.
other quarterback, they would be talking about how great it was, but they're never going to do it.
Hey, really Flaw.
And he is our weakest link, so you're not wrong. I'm just saying.
Hey, really Flaw. How do you see Manny's future for the next 2 years out there in Tennessee?
How do I see it?
I mean, not Tennessee, but out there in Texas. I'm sorry. Yeah, right.
I mean,
because we all know that he got a very bright future. They're gonna take low for that like the size.
well, we think he does. We think he's going to be like Eli and Peyton Manning. That's what we all think. I mean, that's the hope.
What do you think?
I think he has the talent. His team is going to be loaded. So I think he'll be fine. I just don't know if he'll be fine week 1 against Ohio State.
Yeah, that Jeremiah Smith looking like the best I ever seen in my life.
I'm trying to tell y'all. I tried to tell y'all before the season, boy, he was gonna, boy. But you know,
He looked
Who
good.
who is Jeremiah Smith? Who is that?
Number 4 from Ohio State, that freshman.
do you feel? I ain't gonna lie.
What he
Do you
play?
feel like he
Receiver?
should have won
Yeah,
freshman
What
of
he
the
play?
year?
Yeah.
Quarterback or receiver?
Receiver.
Okay, I'll look for Ohio
The
Yeah.
freshman of the year award.
Yeah, he a
Yeah,
bad
I feel
boy.
like he got snubbed from that. Even though
I think the reason why he didn't is because Colin Simmons played well in all big games,
yeah. I
whereas
was like,
Jeremiah
bro,
Smith didn't play well against Michigan.
it's like, bro, come on now, bro. The man was just,
Colin Simmons been getting off too. He living up to the billing.
yeah, he living up
I
to
didn't think he was
it.
gonna do it, but that young boy got it. He looking
Yeah.
like Von Miller over there.
No, he does, and he's yeah. I'll just leave it at that. I'm more impressed with the offensive line just because I
All
was
that money
worried.
y'all spent, what you? I mean,
No, I'm talking about when they started getting hurt
y'all
and the
got one of
backups started to
y'all
come
got a
in.
y'all
I was
got a-
like, okay, we're gonna be okay.
y'all got an NFL offensive line.
Yeah, they look good, except when they play Georgia. They don't know how to do anything.
Yeah,
yeah.
man. 28 for 31 carries. That's just
No,
it.
you know them Texas boys. They cut. They from the South, but they ain't really from it when it come down.
Colin
here
Simmons
we
has
go,
more
bro.
production and left snaps than everybody. That's true too. His statistics wise, Colin Simmons' stats kind of don't make sense if you
don't.
look at how many his actual. But it'll be interesting. I don't know. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, he a game freak. He be doing this thing. He caught a
It's
pick
cool.
last year.
Yeah, finally, he finally caught it. He's been dropping those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But like Colin Simmons, somebody I can't remember who it was. Somebody did like a breakdown of
Hey,
him.
who Miami playing the bowl game? I don't even know who they play.
Somebody in the Big 12.
I think y'all play
Arizona? No, who?
No, not
is it
Arizona.
Iowa State?
Yeah, y'all play Iowa
Iowa
State.
State.
Yeah, y'all play Iowa State.
Iowa State.
I gotta watch because
That's gonna be a good game too.
No, it ain't.
That's not finna be a good game. I ain't gonna need to lie to you.
Iowa State got a
Miami.
nice little team. Iowa State got a team like us. They
I
run.
ain't
They
gonna lie,
scrappy.
old school. You ever heard of BTA old school?
No, I ain't never. Matter for who? Who?
BTA.
Oh, it sounds like a gang.
Yeah, it's a
street
game.
gang
It's
to
called
me.
BTA.
Yeah,
Delta.
okay, yeah. Nope, I ain't never heard of them. But I'm
Yeah.
sure they out
That's
there
new.
though.
That's a new thing that Miami gonna do to Iowa State.
It's
Okay,
tomorrow too at 2:30.
Tomorrow, the
Who
game
play
is at
Miami?
2:30 tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miami and
I
Iowa
play at
State tomorrow.
2:30.
I didn't even know, but I'm gonna watch.
Yeah.
Like
I might
I
go.
was telling somebody, like I don't keep up with my team like how most people keep up with their team. Like I just look at I don't watch it. I don't know. I'm not even explaining it to y'all. Like I watch it, but I don't watch all those shows. Like even with Coach Hayes, I found Coach Hayes before I even really started. I found Coach Hayes like years ago, maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago before I really came on. And I don't like to hear other people talk about my team because it made me upset.
Yeah, I feel that.
Why?
I feel
explain
that.
a little bit more. Why would it make you upset to talk about them? Is to be about them. So if they talking about it, they talk about a bad time.
Because I was never really interested in stating my opinion unless it came down to gambling.
Well, I'll tell you, see, that's what I mean. Boy, you get them, dog. You my goddamn hero.
Yeah,
Put your money where your mouth. Put your money where your mouth.
exactly. So I can't do that with people on my. So I don't really like. You know what I mean? I just get mad. Oh, that's don't know what he's talking about, bro. He's just talking.
Yeah.
I don't like when people talk about my team because I'm like, yeah, but what about I feel like I'm
Yeah,
the same way.
who is you?
Like I hate that, bro.
I hate that like the insiders that just like they just got the
They
scoop.
swear they know everything.
Oh,
Everything. They know everything. That's
Hey, but let me say this right here, dog, because I want you even really fly by understand this. Look here, I just started hating Miami until I met you and Coach Hayes and the rest of the bums. But look at Bruce Flower, I just started hating Texas until I met you.
you started hating.
I didn't have nothing against none of them teams.
Yeah.
But then I saw y'all, I saw how great y'all. Well, I'm sorry. I saw y'all, I saw how great y'all was with them. I said, God dang it, hold on.
Oh, because they were good.
Yeah, well, ain't nothing wrong with being good. You know they hate good.
But my thing is, and I tell people this all the time, Texas just started being good. So for me, that's why everyone gets mad at me when I talk about Colorado. I'm like, y'all don't understand. I've been there. Like, I'm not saying anything. Like, I'm speaking this based on experience.
Bro, we losing against Kansas, bro.
It's still like you talking to us though. I still feel that way. I don't care what you say.
Bro,
What
we
do you
losing against
mean?
2-7 Kansas,
Huh?
bro. Like, what the fuck?
What did you just say?
I just feel like I'm in the office and you
Oh,
telling
shut
me.
up.
Oh, yeah.
That's, you got your own personal issues. That's a
Every
different,
time.
You
that's
feel
a
like
different
you in the
conversation for
office.
That's
She
like
trying
I'm
to
in
tell
the
you why
office.
you ain't passing your class.
Telling me I need to apply myself and
Yeah,
all that.
you need to apply yourself to
I
excellence.
don't want to hear that. Let me back out there with the goblins. Put me back with my people.
You feel like when you listen to my videos, I'm trying to teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, I am trying to teach a lesson.
Right.
Calm down. Like, wait,
Oh.
like, take a deep breath. Like,
No,
this
but
isn't
see,
all this cracked up
the
to be.
thing is, you know what you're talking about, but when I don't agree, I get irritated because I'm like, she thinks what you're talking about, and you know enough to like challenge it, and now I want, you know what I mean? So
You don't even want to talk to her after that.
But isn't that football though? Like, I think at least what I've learned this year from a lot of people that haven't watched football and they're new and learning is we all see something different. And I might be watching a game and I might be watching like the quarterback do something in the backfield, and you might be watching the line of scrimmage law, or like even if we go to a game, like everybody's watching something different. Doesn't mean what you're seeing isn't real. It just means I'm not watching that. I was watching.
But it's never really football. It's more like how you talk.
Here we go again.
It gives teacher vibes.
No, it just gives like what you saying is important, and what I'm saying is just like
it's bullshit.
It's just jokes. No, I'm serious.
That sounds like an internal issue that you're battling.
It's a personal problem, brother.
You laughing? See, I'm not laughing.
I've hated the Longhorns since 2012.
I'm dead serious. I'm being dead serious.
When have you said something though, and I've been like, eh?
See, you don't be around on the other show too crazy no more. He don't really go lie anyway. But when you come up there and you just get I don't be with all that. They be letting you talk and everybody got to get quiet and everybody.
I see what you're saying, Lord.
Yeah, I ain't with all that.
I see what you're saying.
Hell nah.
Why everybody gotta be quiet when she get in there?
Gotta be quiet now?
Hell nah.
She don't know more than us, bro.
Yeah, bro. I see what you're saying.
I ain't with that. Hold up, now.
Why we gotta get quiet?
Yeah, why we gotta
Jay
be quiet?
said do better. Well, maybe I do have something important to say that you should listen to.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be important enough for everybody to be quiet.
But what if it is? What if it is? What if it is?
I don't like that either.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that either.
Right. Well, I might have something great for you to say. You might learn from it. Who knows?
I mean, I be hearing you be having some valid. Like I was listening to your what that was that recap video. Cool.
Which one?
The Steelers and the Chiefs.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to beat up on Chubby. I've been whooping. I ain't even gonna do you like that.
Damn, you did. I ain't gonna lie.
Because the thing is about, I feel like I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm a fan. Like my team is my team. I'm a fan. However, I know what's up.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying I really can't even come at you too crazy.
Yeah.
Like, but Chubby, he be talking crazy. He's talking about he got the Mahomes kill. Like you should have heard of today. This nigga, oh my god, he say anything.
The Mahomes killer.
He got the Mahomes killer before the season started.
Yeah, Justin Fields was supposed to be the Mahomes killer.
Mahomes killer.
He doesn't even play.
Right. So we arguing about that today. He talking about they did.
Hey, no.
Yo.
Hey, did y'all talk? You said we talked about that today. You and Chuck and Chubby. Well, that's my boy too.
Yeah, we talked.
Yeah. But y'all ain't talk about what's the name? That was what he did the other night, huh?
Nah, I ain't even get to see. I told you I ain't been watching the bowl games. I heard he went crazy though.
Hey, dog. He put on the show, B.
He did.
I'm gonna have to go watch the highlights then.
Dog. He put on.
I think it's interesting. Like I think sometimes people don't watch sports in the right context. Like the Steelers are actually overachieving right now. Like because everybody picked them to be last and to not make the playoffs, to not have a winning record, do all these things. So they're actually overachieving. They're just not very good.
Hey, can I say? Let me say this too, because you right in the middle of that. Love this what you said. Every team almost in the NFL, I'm what 24, I'm 30. Some of them, half of them, over half, 60, 70, almost 70% of them trying to tank right now. So when you get to that point right there, they ain't trying to be good.
Well, I
Especially
don't think I don't think the Steelers are trying to tank. I think the bad teams, even those teams, some teams keep winning, and I'm like, why are y'all winning? But I think sometimes,
you
at
should
least
be
from my
asking why. You
experience,
should be asking why they're tanking, because they're tanking trying to get us something.
no, but everybody can't get everybody. Everybody can't, like, I hear what you're saying. I just don't see how logically that's a thing. Because
Because it's logically, can I say this? I'm not trying to
there's
cut you off. It's logically a thing because when you come up, let's say such and such still got to play against the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders ain't trying to win.
yeah, but
They
my
ain't
point
trying to
is
win.
if you watched
So
football last
then
weekend,
you're gonna see which
that's
one of them
not
gonna try to
true.
win more than the other one. And
That's not true though. Last weekend, 2 teams won that everybody was like, why did y'all win?
Right. That's my
Like,
point.
what are y'all doing? But they're still winning. I also
They
think
can't help but win.
that's what I'm saying. And I think what happened with the Steelers is you play the Eagles, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. I mean, hello, like we're not. I mean, this isn't like the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, well, I'm telling you. I love this sport. I'm not going against you and what you say and how you think, but I just love this. I look at it all though. I see how it all. I can't be blind to the stuff that's going on.
You can go against me, old school. You wouldn't be the first. It's okay.
You know what stopped me really with the NFL. And my favorite team in the world was the Chicago Bears because I grew up with them and I grew up in Chicago and everything else. As soon as they got Jeff Cutler, I said, hold on, boy, I ain't stupid. I know god dang well these people don't see what I see. And then god dang it, they saw what I saw and I don't see what they gave them all that money for. Let
me say the super chat, old school.
And right now today, they can get all the USC's players and quarterbacks they go. They can't change what they just messed up.
So thank you, Nicole C, for my super chat. I love you too, girl. The best advice you've ever been given in your life has come from me, and you are more than welcome. Let's see. What do I want to play? that was a vibe. Thank you, Nicole C. Appreciate you. I haven't been. The other thing, Jack Boy, let me ask you a question. What do you think about Isaiah Bond?
Need to get healthy.
Do you think that he's going to go pro, or do you think he's going to stay another year?
He needs to stay another year. To me.
Do you think he will?
Nah, most likely not.
I
feel like he's just gonna go in the draft. Probably go to like a team like probably go to a team like Detroit or something. I don't know, late round. Probably late round somewhere, second, third round. Yeah. But I think he should stay. Get his draft grade up because he ain't been healthy. So
yeah, he hasn't played a lot. So I was just wondering what somebody else said. Nicole C said the best advice. That's right, girl. The other thing I was thinking about too is, are you going to the game? Are you going to the game tomorrow, Jack Boy? No. No. Oh, okay.
What Coach Brown?
I'm gonna drive all the way to San Antonio. I'm not going to San Antonio.
It's not that far. For you.
I don't like. Yeah, it's not far, but I don't like San Antonio like that.
Oh well, that's a different conversation. Bond and Golden are gone. I mean, I won't fault him if he leaves. Let me say that. I will never fault him for if he leaves. I'm just wondering if I were him, what I would do. But maybe I guess it does depend on my draft grade, actually. Hey, Technically T. This is my year anniversary, Technically T, from the first time I posted a video.
Who y'all talking about leaving?
Isaiah Bond.
Oh man, it's time to Hey, old school.
Yeah.
You seen that video what Shadou was talking about all his players?
Yeah.
I liked it. That was a good look.
That's how it works.
What did he say?
They gonna work, and that dog dig this though. That gonna work in the pros too.
Cause they were like they was asking him. They were like asking Shador only question. He was like, "Nah, y'all know I got my teammates up here. Y'all can ask."
Right.
You.
Well, not even that part. I didn't even see the whole thing. I just seen clips, bro. You know, I don't follow it as close as I do.
Right. You
But
claim not to. You like what the rest of them claim not to, but you be all up in it. But go ahead on though. With you
nah, I
smart
promise you,
person.
old school. I ain't that tapped in like I used to be. I ain't
No, I know them niggas be lying, but go ahead.
Yeah. So when they asked them, I think the dude from the DNVR, he was like, I think it was LaChante, Will, Cam, and Jimmy was up there with him, and he was like,
Right.
if scouts or a team ask you about your teammates sitting alongside of you, give them individual qualities, and I just like what he said.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
Yeah, he kept it
Yeah,
real.
I
Like,
saw that clip.
he said things I actually felt about the players, like where it wasn't too like, all right, my nigga, like it wasn't that. He said something. I'm like, okay, I like what you said, bro. That was great answers, bro.
That's
And
a great question.
And he said, yeah, it was. And he said enough to where I feel like he may get, like, I think Jimmy Horn might go wherever Shedeur go.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Depends on where he go, though, dog.
I think
because New York, New York ain't gonna let that pick go, B, and they ain't gonna fall out. You know what
I don't think New York really want him though.
I don't think so either.
Well, I think New York on Cam.
Dog.
I do too.
Dog. Please, I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. They want him.
No.
Look, New York is built.
I'm gonna be honest.
Dog. You remember when New York mindset is like this? We have to bring in the name that is built for us. Cam Ward name ain't built for them like that, bitch. That name right there, that dog. I need you to listen. That name right there alone.
What about what his daddy said?
And then you see
what about what Prime said?
But old school. Let me ask you a question. Do you want Shedeur to go to the Giants?
He ain't got no other choice.
No, but I'm asking you, if you had a choice, would you want him?
I want him to go out there with what's the name out there in Vegas now? Where he with his
that's what I'm saying.
That's right. I think that's what we're all thinking.
I mean, that's the plan.
I think that's what we're all thinking.
Young lady, mommy, what I mean is, this go right back to what I was asking before, because I'm trying to put you up on game. As far as the NFL thing, they trying to get dude. They trying to get that first pick, and they want that first pick. It ain't going to be, the young lady, please. Look, the first pick, the people that get it, ain't going to go at no Cam Ward, because it ain't going to be hard to get him.
I'm telling you.
You have to realize, when you realize that, then you got it. But if you don't
want to go to New York, he don't even want to go to New York, though.
Yeah.
Who don't want? No, Shedeur don't want to go to New York.
Right, so that's my point. That's the basis I'm making. Old school, like even if I was
when it come down to dog, and then my point is, see, dog, I'm not trying to cut you off or argue with you. I want you to get it. What you just said, it ain't about what Cam Ward want.
Right, but
it's about what New York want, and they want Deion.
No, it's not.
They want Deion Sanders.
Man, listen, old school. Prime don't want that boy going over there. Prime.
It ain't about what Prime want either, dog. You know the business money talk.
Listen, they can manipulate the draft like that.
Money talk, and you walking around with 8 toes, you ain't gonna be able to.
I see what you're saying, old school. I got that.
You gonna walk up, you coming up too many toes less.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, you right, old school. You right.
And then, dog, you look at it like this, because when I was asking no girl about dude out there, that Manning dude, New York could be trying to pull for him too. And they know he's going to be coming out in another 2 years. But they can sit up there and see what Shedeur going to do for that next 2 years. Because they got another.
Yeah, but I don't think an NFL team
that's another rabbit in their hat.
And he said he wants to play 3 years. So that'd be a whole different issue.
Who said that?
Manning.
He might have to, because he might not get a starting spot next year. Boy, just rough out here.
Oh, Manning?
Yeah,
no, you out your rabbit mind.
He gonna get the start next year.
Out your rabbit mind, old school.
He's the production, and it's like a process. You got to fit him in. When they start losing games, they might have to make decisions.
Nah, old school. I don't think you realize the talent.
Well, I know with Texas, Texas ain't cool with that 10 and that with that 9-3 all the goddamn time.
Manning's gonna start next year.
Yeah, okay. I know I got that part already. I'm just saying how much production he's gonna bring out. Starting ain't nothing. Juju might start next year. What he's gonna do about it?
I don't think though I don't think Texas needs a all-world guy though. That's the difference. I think their roster is going to make up for that.
Just get the ball to your playmakers.
That's what I'm saying. Like, do a little check down for 2 yards and let them run with the ball.
Yeah.
That's 9-3 all day. I got it.
Right. And let's be honest, 9-3 with a loss to Ohio State, Georgia, and insert somebody else. That's good in the SEC.
But remember we was just talking about you ain't going to no championship unless you got at least win in your conference.
But that's not the same rules for the SEC. And next year they're going to 14 teams.
Okay. All right.
If you think they're not going to put in a 9-3 Texas and they've lost to those specific teams, I don't know what to tell you.
You right. Well, they got to play those specific teams. I get that part. You got to play the schedule. I get you. I ain't gonna argue with that.
Has anybody looked at the updated draft? If the draft happened today, like who would have the number 1 pick?
Probably New York.
Yeah. Yep. He's right. That's it. New York.
It'd probably be New York, Vegas, and probably Carolina.
Vegas fell out. Vegas almost tied with everybody else. There's about 3 or 4 of them designed in that same line with Vegas.
4 days ago. Has anybody played since there? Yeah, but I don't think anybody bad has played since then.
Nope.
So we have so right now it's the Giants, the Patriots, the Jaguars, and the Cleveland Browns, and the Titans, and then the Raiders are 6.
Yep. Tell you, boy, everybody their mama trying to get that boy. I'll tell you, baby. Yeah, I'll tell you. You see why I love the people out there in Colorado, young lady?
How, you know what's actually terrible is I don't know. This I'm not even going to talk about it because it's going to change. But that's Oakland's going to have to figure something out. Or the Raiders are going to have to figure something out.
Yeah. They're going to have to fight it. I know what they're going to do. They go, everybody go. I'm sorry, everybody go. Look, they go forfeit all their games. Jack Boy is here. They go forfeit all their games. That's what they're going to make sure they lose. Wait till the end.
I'm going to say something. I know it's not popular opinion. I don't think any of these teams. I'm not going to say I don't think they have a plan, but the way these organizations are ran, in my personal opinion, they're not ran that great. So I don't know what they're doing, because to me, you don't wait till week 17 and then start to tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, why didn't you do that week 12, 13, 14, 15? Like, what are we waiting for? At
least 10 of them started even before the season started. So, yeah, they just started week 16. They started a long time ago.
Well, I mean, that's true, too. You're not wrong. So, I don't know.
With the Bears, they gave up on their quarterback. They give up fast. What they do, they give up fast. They were the New York Jets and the Giants. They give up fast.
Yeah, but Chicago's offensive line and play calling and head coach was so bad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think there's so many, and this is why I like football. There's 11 players on the field at any given moment, but there's all these coaches, all these position coaches. There's an offensive line. There's all these intangibles. And then sometimes it goes back to like your organization is not being ran properly.
Right.
And what do you do?
And those individual players have to perform to build up their stock. And if if they're not given the chance to do such, then they say, well, we're trying to lose this, Joe. I don't know why you set up that plan so good. As a matter of fact, we're going to take you out.
Right. And it's not like college where you're getting paid, right? You've already reached the pinnacle. Right. So now it's like your internal motivation to keep you going, to keep you grinding, to keep you winning. Right. And so I don't know that, but to be fair, that's why I like the NFL. I think it's a completely different ball game. And I think what is right or what is done in college football isn't always done in the NFL, because these are grown men with families that are already making millions of dollars. So it's different. It's just different because and some of these teams are so bad.
They say it's a bit. I'm sorry for cutting you off like that. I apologize. Okay. I love you, but they say it's a business, and they be about that business.
Right. It is. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know. Jack Boy, what do you think?
Man,
that boy know the.
I don't even know.
Tell me how school is treating us. You're on break. How is your How was your How was your semester?
It was cool. Just had a couple of teachers try to, do a nigga, but got that situated. But
How many
everything
hours
else,
are you taking?
like what you mean, credit hours?
Yeah.
Like, almost like 22.
What's
A
your grade
semester?
point? What's your grade point average, nigga?
Not a semester.
Oh,
taking,
I was like,
what's
why are
your
you taking
grade
so many
point average?
classes?
My grade point average like
Yeah, we got
3.7.
20 hours. I understand that, but how what's your grade point average? Nigga?
Talking about my GPA.
I mean,
Yeah.
what do that mean? I be playing dumb with me, dog.
Nah, I got 3.7.
I bet you got to be average. I'm a B plus.
Yeah.
I mean, dog, man. Well, why you? What, man? What's up with this, man? Why I gotta act? It's like pulling teeth, man. To get you to
My
ask.
bad.
Because kids
Uncle.
these days go by the what is
Nigga
it
ain't no
called?
kid.
What is it called? The abbreviation of everything.
Yeah.
They speak in abbreviations.
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I be speaking in code, OG.
It's not you, old school. It's them. Okay. That's the way this young generation, they talk different.
Hey, what you working with? What you working on? Where you going at? What's your potential and what's your destination?
Nah, I'm finna change my major.
Right?
Yeah.
What are you changing it to?
To computer information. It's dealing with a lot of math. The one I'm doing, like computer science, it's dealing with a lot of math, and I ain't really good at a lot of math. So I'm finna change it to another, so it can be like less stressful with math stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Rascal sent another. Hold on, sent one more super chat to get you closer to 5 because we all want more content next Friday.
Facts.
Hey, Jack boy,
YouTube has these things where you like do a goal thing in there, and so I was like, I'll do this. Nobody will even care, and then I didn't know it was going to be actually on there. Oh wait, let me get which thank you should I give? Have I used this one? Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Those are.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Well,
you're a very busy young lady, aren't you?
I'm busy. I got things going on.
I like that.
So Jen J said computer information systems.
It's that.
Is that what you're gonna do? Okay.
Yeah.
And then technically T says, and you won't use any math in the real world. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's figures. You really want to know math because you want to add figures, especially when you're dealing with money.
Yeah.
So, but where are you
right, Jack boy?
In your journey? Will your classes be applied to the new major? Does that make sense?
I think I gotta talk to my advisor, but that's it.
Because you have time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then do you have to get a specification, or can you just get like a generic thing?
I don't know.
Okay.
But
because I know there's like natural language processing, like NLP, and then there's like AI, and then I see machine learning. Jen just typed in the chat. Like, do you have to specify, or are you getting more of just a broad type?
I think broad. Okay.
So technically, T says that's where my wheelhouse, and I guess it depends on where you go with it. I have an undergrad in electronics, computer tech, and master's in IT. But you're just trying to get away from all of the math.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away from the math, just all the way. Like,
yeah,
I'm tired of doing math.
You know what's actually funny is, so I've always been good at math. I wasn't great, but if I studied enough, I could pick it up and I could learn it just fine. And I always was like, I will never, this is so dumb. But you know what I've realized is a lot of people that don't focus on math are not good with budgeting money, just basic money, because they're like, I don't like math. So I'm telling you this to say you're still young enough. Like, don't get in the trap of like, don't convince yourself that you don't like math so much that you don't do math when you need to do math, if you know what I'm saying. Because a lot of people out here, aren't good at budgeting, and I'm starting to learn, like a couple of people I'm mentoring, I'm starting to realize it's because they just simply, it's the math portion where they're like, I don't need this math. I'm like, yes, you do. Carry the zero. Minus, like your account's negative. Like you need the math. Like stay focused. So, anyways, my advice from an older lady: focus on the math.
I hear you.
Yeah, that's why I always say, like, my parents used to always say, like, don't tell yourself you hate it, because once you tell yourself you hate it, you convince yourself you hate it, and then you don't need it, or you don't use it when you need to be using it. So I'm like, I don't love it, but I will subtract and add some zeros. I can tell you that right now. So, Nicole, what is your degree in? Oh, if you can talk, I know you're with family.
I got a chance to escape, but
She's free.
just for a couple minutes. I'm a criminal justice major.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to take a lot of math. Is that a computer? Is that a math bachelor's in arts or science?
Science.
Okay. So you'll have to take some math.
I gotta take stats. But
Yikes.
I'm not I'm not a math girl. So next semester I'm gonna start with college algebra, and then I'll get to the hard stuff eventually. But yeah.
Yeah. Jen J has a good point. A lot of people hate math because they weren't taught properly. That's true. And they weren't patient with themselves, because I feel like math, you can't be creative and like explore. And the answer is the answer and you have to get to it, versus in a lot of classes, you can kind of work your way into it. So I agree with that.
I don't like math. I've never been good at math. I would always have to take extra tutoring for math. That's how bad I was.
Me too.
I'm so bad. Like I would spend 1 hour after school with my math teacher, and I would still fail. It was horrible.
It's still, yeah.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it.
I don't love it. I just realize, I always say I'm one of those people, I will learn enough just to pass, and once I'm done, don't ask me.
Right. If I once I get it, and I'll like start zooming. But if I don't understand, it's gonna stay like that. And I haven't had a lot of, especially in high school, I didn't have a lot of math teachers. Freshman year, I took math online. I passed, but yeah.
You took math online?
Dang, you was in that 2020. Dang.
I started freshman year in 2020.
Damn.
And I took that whole year on Zoom. Obviously, you're not gonna learn good that way. My sophomore year, when I did start school, did I have a math teacher? Who was my math teacher that year? I think I did have a math teacher. Junior year, I did not have a math teacher. That's what the year when teachers were like dropping like flies. I did not have a math teacher that year.
It's so okay. So I forgot about that timeline where, because little kids right now some of them are struggling. Like there's 2 girls that I mentor where she's in a similar situation. Like there's some things that she didn't learn because she was in COVID, and so she was learning from home. But now she's like in history, but she like she didn't get the beginning of it because that's not how she learns. And so now she's in a position where she's like, I don't really know what's going on. And I'm like, oh, because you've missed it. And I think math is that way. It's hard to understand how to find X when you miss the very beginning of how to set up the equation. So.
Yeah, it was hard. What happened was I had a math teacher, but he was switched to a different department, and we ended up surviving off of like substitutes after that. And obviously all we did was like this online thing. I don't know what the frick it was called. It was this long name. And we just did a bunch of assignments on there, and they just graded on that. Obviously, we're not going to do that. We would do it and just be on our phones. So I didn't do math that whole year, only for me to go into senior year and having to do math. That was pretty hard.
Brasco Roscoe says algebra 2, geometry, all of it. He hates it. Just like
oh, see, algebra is cool. Geometry, I hated him.
I'm not good at geometry.
People say
a lot. Well, I don't remember. I think it was algebra 2. I feel like there was at some point where I was done. I was just like, what I don't care. Like, it
Algebra
was
2
just
wasn't easy. I recently just took Algebra 2. That was not
yeah.
easy. No.
A lot of trauma with math, parents yelling at their kids. Johnny has 2 apples. So like, no, seriously. Like
Boy, I used to get yelled at for that, boy.
seriously.
It's
Seriously.
crazy. Like, and then my parents could barely help me with math because they learned math in another
They didn't know.
country, so their way
Mhm.
was not aligned with my way. So they would just give me tutors and stuff, and it was
Y'all know what I used to hate? What was like the paragraphs where they're like, you walk to the store and
Oh,
Jen
the
has
word
4,
Oh
and then you
my
leave the
Yeah.
store,
Oh,
and Jack Boy has
it,
7, and then he multiplied it
no.
by 10, and then he ran into old school, and then Nicole said, and I'm
I
like,
hated that.
Like,
what?
bro,
Like, set up your equation properly. I'm like, I have no idea
Right.
what's
I
going
used to
on.
hate that. Like, bro, you got to
I
make a
used to
whole
hate
paragraph to say
ratios.
one thing, bro. Like, come on.
I hated ratios and like word problems with ratios, like figuring out.
Word problem. That's what. Oh my god.
Yeah, the
And I
word
used to
problems with
hate it when they were
ratios.
like, and he took 4 times as long, but half the. I'm like, what? Come back. Like,
Oh, the
what?
word problems with this to be like, yeah, there's 3 green apples and there's 5 red apples. What's the percentage of blue apples? I'm like, no. Don't do
But I'll
that.
be
Don't do
ready to
Yeah.
that.
cheat after that, man. Give me that. Come on.
Right. Yeah.
Man,
Yep.
Or the one where they're like, there's Nicole and Jack Boy, and in between Nicole and Jack Boy, it's really flawed. And then in between them two, what is the
Oh,
distance between? And you're
the
like,
distance. Oh my gosh. Yep.
what?
Oh,
Or they'll put like the distance between the apple falling for the tree, like what's the measurement for that and this and that. Nope.
Yeah. No, I will never forget the day I realized that reading and math go together.
Oh.
Because if you can't interpret and read correctly the sentence, then it doesn't
Don't forget
matter.
when science and math, and then you have scientific notation and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, all of it. I'm gonna be honest. Anytime I get to tell me the percentage, I'm like, y'all got it.
Yep.
Y'all got it. Yeah. This ain't it. This is not it. But I couldn't imagine being in school now because there's so many. Like, we didn't have, like Google or YouTube or any of these things. So like for us, the most dynamic thing that we had was like a scientific calculator. And
book.
and you only, even the books. So as I started getting later in school, the answers started to be in the back of the books, but it wasn't like that when I started. So like I feel like I remember when books started to have the answers in the back, but I can't remember. But anyways, school now, I don't know if it would be easier or harder. Because yes, there's resources, but still,
I don't remember. I remember exactly when I last used a textbook, like an actual book in school. It just disappeared.
Wait, y'all don't have textbooks?
No. Well, we do, but I don't remember the last time I used one. I don't know about you, Jeff, but
I think last time I used a book was like in middle school type.
Middle school, yeah. I remember it was 7th grade when I stopped using the textbook. Then 8th grade, COVID ended up happening, but I think we were using it still then. After that, since COVID, I have not used the textbook. Yeah. Everything you can find it on your iPads or computer or whatever.
Yeah. Because once I got in high school, I think that's when they started bringing the computers out.
Yeah. When I got to high school, that's when I started high school during COVID, so we had to use computers. But since then, we were stuck with computers and iPads and stuff. I had an iPad in one of my schools, so that's why I say iPads. But
so
since I would say 8th grade. Well, I don't remember if I used it 8th grade.
Yeah, because I know the books. Once you get in high school, that's when you get the computers.
Because we used to have them big giant textbooks for math. Because I remember 6th grade, that's where we used to do all our work on. 6th, 7th grade. We had those big giant books. And we would carry it in our bags, and it was heavy, and we would put it in our lockers. I have not done that since COVID. I haven't had a textbook.
I can't even fathom what you're saying. Like, I hear you.
When I tell the librarians that, the older generation, that they are, they're upset.
Man, imagine.
So how do you
get
that, so then how do you get your lesson or like?
So we have online textbooks. So basically we just go on the website, and then there's a website what my school did. We had a website where it had all our educational stuff, educational resources, and it will have one of our like our textbooks, our reading textbooks we need for class, our math textbooks. They will have that, and then all our assignments is online.
Mine's had the same thing.
Yeah, we had
So
a
can I
website.
ask a question? What if who pays for the laptop, or is it school issued?
It's school issued. If you
School
break it,
issued.
you gotta pay for it.
You lose that mud, you gotta get.
You lose it, you break it, you gotta pay for it. And I
Okay,
think
so then I have a different question.
Mhm.
What are the school districts doing that can't afford these electronics? Do they still have books?
I mean, I don't know about that,
I
but
don't
I'm
know.
sure. I mean, they're government issued, like they're state issued. So I don't know what. I think private schools also use them too. So I'm not sure. A lot of schools that I ask around, they still use. But
Her moment said I have back problems from carrying around all those books. No, for
oh
real.
my goodness,
For
I'll never
real.
forget. Yep.
Like,
Back in elementary, middle school, I
yeah.
had to carry the book bags on my back, and then at the end of the year, they'll give you all your books. You have to take them home because they're not keeping them. So you have to take home. So you're back with her from holding other books, and my
I
parents would
used
just
to
throw
throw
them in
them
the
books
trash.
away when I got
Oh,
home.
my parents burned them.
This is so crazy. I guess I never thought about not having textbooks.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that either.
Yeah.
COVID changed everything. Ever since then, once we got online, they just stayed online.
They never went back.
I think they found it easier, but I mean, it's not hard because it is easier, but I'm a paper pencil type of girl, especially when it comes to math. You know,
I
I
am
always
too.
have a piece of paper when I'm doing the assignment. So if I'm doing it online, I always have a piece of paper on here because I have to write down the problems and stuff. So
I'm like that. I mean, even I have books behind me. I don't do all the. I need to read it, highlight it, paperclip. Like I like to touch and feel of a book. I need like the information, and I think the other.
Libraries are going out of style too. Even in school, like I remember back in elementary, you were required to read a book. Like every week, they would take us to the
Yeah,
library.
same here. We used to get
and we
Pizza
would
Hut
check it
little
out.
like reward things. Like Pizza Hut used to do like, if you read 3 books, you got a personal pan pizza. Like,
Yeah, we
used
had
to be-
if you had a book, our teacher would give us like a little candy and stuff, or put us on a list and stuff. We'll get gifts and stuff, coupons and all that type of stuff. Like you were required to have a book, and if you didn't, bring the book back, like you wouldn't graduate, you can't go to prom and all that type of stuff. You'll have a fee. Like having a
Dang.
book was mandatory. Yeah, some schools did that. Like if you check out a book and never return the book back, if you don't pay the fee or return the book, like they would keep it on your record wherever you go, and they will hold you back from graduating or going to prom if you didn't pay for that book.
This is so crazy because I don't understand. I guess I can't fathom it, if that makes sense.
Oh, I don't blame you. When you grow up in a certain
Yeah.
system and seeing it just fade away is kind of. That's what I'm saying. Like this new generation. I mean, I'm one of the last ones, but this new generation coming in, like these kids in elementary, they have nothing physical.
It's bad.
Everything is online. It's bad. And these kids,
It's
I have
bad.
a friend that's a teacher and he teaches elementary. These kids are not, like when it comes to reading comprehension and stuff, like these kids lack in it.
And
Well,
everything.
I'm going to say something that's not going to be very popular, and that's fine. I'm going to hurt some people's feelings, but
If I hear
but
one
that
more
but that
fucking
problem though it's because their parents also don't know how to read and comprehend.
because you got kids raising kids.
Exactly. So that is a societal problem. But what's supposed to happen? So I also think what happened is the world continued to evolve and salaries continue to go up and things continue to change, except for teachers. But we expected them to take on more and to do more with a different population of kids. So they haven't started getting paid more, but we're expecting them to do more. And something's got to give. It's not giving. We just have people that don't know a lot walking around acting like they know a lot. And so that's what I always think sometimes, because for me, I see them when they're graduated high school, so they're supposed to know certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I've caught myself in some of my current classes, I'm teaching people how to do research, and you should know how to do that. Like, I shouldn't have to teach you how to research.
What do you mean by
for a
researching?
paper.
Like what sources they can use and stuff?
Yeah, like how to research beyond going and typing in Google and seeing the first thing and being like, oh, that's what it is. Like actually going through an article and knowing what part of the article is actually talking about your topic, as opposed to assuming. So like looking at the research summary, looking at the research review section, understanding what's being said, like the dynamics of actually understanding. Just because the title says student learned how to read, that doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going on in the body of the, of the article.
Honest with you, because I recently had to do a lot of that my first semester. I've been in 3 different high schools, and that's why I moved around a lot. I did not learn how to research in either of my English classes.
Yeah, it's
Not
not
a
a,
single one.
it's, yeah. Arkansas
So I
is beating
don't,
Texas.
I don't blame them because I haven't had that type of education. I just recently learned like what sources I can use. Some teachers don't allow Britannica, which I recently just learned because some teachers, professors, my bad, count it as a AI resource or something. So I just recently learned how to like further in my research because I have outside sources. I have teachers, as friends and stuff.
And
so.
I think that's my point. Like Jen says, they don't want kids to read. It's intentional. And then she follows up with uneducated and ignorant people are easy to control. 100% right. Yeah. I think what's scary though is I'm trying to like be very careful because it's not ever, some people don't realize, they're like, I don't want to be a part of the system. And I'm like, we're all in a system. It's just, we're all in different systems. And some of us are very aware of what's going on. And other people think they have it all figured out. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but that's why I tell everybody, if you ever want to know where someone is, this is going to sound really shitty. So I'm sorry for how shitty this is going to sound, but it's real. If you ever want to know where anybody is mentally, ask them the last book they read and ask them to tell you about the book that they read. Most people can't answer 1. If they answer 1, 2 is very hard for people to answer. Mm-hmm. And so, but what that tells me used to be, you could ask people like, what was last book you read? And they will tell you because people used to read. Like that used to be a thing. And now, like I tell people, I'm like, I used to read a lot more before I started my YouTube channel. And now I'm trying to get back to it because obviously being on YouTube takes a lot of time. But reading is so fundamental, but a lot of people just don't do it. They just don't do it. So I don't know. I mean, my cell phone wasn't working for a few days. And so I at first I was like, my cell phone's not working. Oh my God, my cell phone, it's not working. What am I going to do? And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go finish this book. I'm going to go like it's okay. For an hour, I was panicked. And then I was like, that's okay. Like, so I can't imagine somebody that's never had to live without one. I know what that's like. I can manage. I can figure it out. Like, yeah. So I don't know. I did not know though in high school people don't have books. Yeah. That actually shocks me.
They told me don't even bring a backpack. Bring your laptop.
To high school.
Yeah. Crazy part, I brought my backpack one day. Man, that teacher took my backpack and dumped all my stuff out. He said, "You'll get this back after school." I was pissed off.
Interesting. Well, I didn't realize it was like that. That actually
it's hard out here. It's really bad out here, education wise.
And now I understand my students a little bit better.
Yeah.
I
try to let professors know like the way y'all were taught, some of y'all were taught, is not how we're being taught. You guys are gonna have to, I'm gonna say, be patient.
No, it is be patient. And so I think the problem happens too is like now I feel like I'm like venting, but in every class you have your students that will always overachieve. Even if they don't know what they're doing, they're going to overachieve because that's what kind of students they are. And then on the very other end of the spectrum from them are the students that will not give you any effort. And so the problem is that you have these outliers, right, of the overachiever and the student that's like just kind of there and hoping they pass. But the middle of the road student is so dynamic that you don't know how to hit them and help them, if that makes sense. Because it's like part of them struggle with just basic comprehension. Part of them struggle with just basic asking questions. Part of them struggle with just like understanding how to set up their paper correct. Like they're so dynamic that it's like, it's hard to hit everybody because everybody has a different thing. That is the hardest part. Is you're always going to have your best student and your worst student. That's going to exist. But how do we bridge the middle where it's like a little bit of everything, right? You have students that don't even have textbooks. I didn't know that because they come to my class, and you can choose. You can either you can have the book online, or you can order it and get it shipped to your home if you choose to. But we use it. Like I'll be like, okay, on page 17, chapter whatever, paragraph 7 through 20, like the Bible, right? I'm like, these are the sections, like summarize them, So I don't know. It's interesting. I did not know this was happening, actually.
Yeah, and that's why,
Middle of the word, the three-star athlete,
high
Patrick Mahomes.
school
Exactly.
is not how it was. High school is really bad right now.
Do you think high school prepares you for college, or do you think you
Heck no.
graduate high school and then you get to college and you're like, what the hell is this?
No, you get to
Second
college and be
one.
like, what the hell? Like, ain't no way they ain't teach me all this now.
I don't know all this now.
You get to the point where
Like, I
like,
didn't know
damn,
this.
man. Maybe what? Half of high school, they be trying to get you out of there anyway. They be trying to real passion, get you out of there. Some they don't
They
be
do not
teaching for
prepare
real.
you.
Some
That's
schools
so
don't even be
crazy.
teaching for real. Especially out here, they don't be teaching for real. They be trying to get you out of here.
So this is what I learned today about how flawed our education system is. And the truth is, the reality is, the name of the game is to keep people like this, is to not tell people, is to not give them the tools to be successful. And unfortunately, a lot of people fall for it. And they will never get the tools they need to be successful because they think their little pillar of success, they think it's success. And it's like, oh, honey, the world is so much more diverse than that. Like, I mean, and I live in Texas. I know people that have never even left the state of Texas. They think Texas is the best thing ever. And I'm like, oh, well, have you been to, and they're like, no, I never left here. I don't need to. I can go to Dallas. I can go to Houston. And I'm like, what? So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Texas is fine, but it's not like you're not getting everything you need here. But
Not getting everything out of here. Mm-mm.
Yeah, even just like the dynamics of like being in a train station, or like, you know what I mean? Like you won't get that experience here. So how do you have to interact with people? How do you have to problem solve in real life? Here, it snows, everything closes down. If I go somewhere up north, if I go to Pittsburgh, it snows, I still have to function in life. Okay, what does that look like? How do I problem solve life? Like it's not the same. We're not all living the same life. So, high school prepared me for college. College didn't prepare me for the work. Yeah, that's the other thing about college too, is I always tell my students, I'm not here to prepare you for your next job. I'm here to prepare you for life. And some of that will apply to work because let's be real. The jobs we do nobody goes to school to do the work that you really do in real life. Spoiler alert for those two of you who are on here that are like, oh, this is going to prepare me. It's not. It's just going to teach you how to problem solve. If you're lucky, it'll teach you how to problem solve. I guess I should say that. But anyways, what time is it? Oh, it's 7. I block out my time on my computer because it helps me process doing stuff. But is old school, are you still there? Did you fall asleep?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still here. I'm learning stuff. When I hear young people speak, I listen because I know what's going on in their lives. I already know what's happening in mine already a long time ago. So I came to conclusions about a lot of things you guys are discussing. I came to the conclusion about those a long time ago, but y'all coming to the conclusion about them now. Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah. Isn't that what I told you, Nicole and Jack Boy, that one day? I was like, I just like hearing how young people talk just so I can understand the world we live in.
Oh
Right.
yes, you did say that.
I do the same thing. That's why. And if I'm honest, this is honestly why I like going live, is because we get to kind of talk about whatever comes up, as opposed to like, I mean, I could talk about football all day long and we want to, but sometimes like life is happening and you just want to understand like people's worlds and what's happening in their lives.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I am shocked to know that there's not textbooks in high school. That actually shocked me.
That has been long gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did that way a long time ago.
And you know
Wait.
if they had it away with
It's
that
been what,
project,
5 years
whatever
now?
they call it, you understand me? A whole lot of information in high schools that ain't gonna be taught, or in elementary
Yeah, it's
schools
true.
that won't be taught.
Do y'all get textbooks in college?
Especially out there in Texas and in Florida.
Do y'all get textbooks in college?
Nah, all my work on the computer.
So y'all don't have to pay $300 for a heavy textbook that you never open?
Online, yeah.
Yeah, but are they $300 still, or did they change the prices?
I think it's a little cheaper. Well, you
It's
can
cheap
rent
now.
now.
It's probably cheaper, but no, I don't
No, because
know.
see, I'm about to fight somebody over this. So you're telling me, like, let me just give you some flashback, okay? When you got to college, it used to be this huge thing that you would go get all these textbooks, right? And it would cost, I mean, hundreds of dollars, like 800, 900. Even if you were an athlete, obviously if you're an athlete, you don't have to pay for them, but you would still have to go to this place and get all these expensive ass books. And then you would barely use them, barely open them or whatever. And then at the end of the semester, you would go return your books and you would get like 1/4 of the price if you were lucky. That used to be a thing. Are you telling me that's not a thing anymore?
Yeah, it's
I
not a
took
thing
my
no more.
classes online,
It's not a thing no more.
so I didn't have to do that. But physically
You know
going
what?
to get no.
Really? Okay, so do they still have like bookstores where you can go get books and merch and
Yeah, they
pens
do.
and
Yeah, they
do.
still got that. They
hoodies?
still got that.
Okay,
Yep.
so just not the books.
You ain't finna be
Yeah.
walking around with 8 books around. Nah, ain't none of that.
Y'all have no idea what we went through.
Nope.
I ain't finna be walking around with that.
I mean, I don't know if anybody in the chat has had this experience, but seriously, like you had to go to the bookstore, and I'll just never forget. And I'm like, this cannot be normal. And I'm telling you, if you got out of the bookstore for $500 and only 3 books, like you were living your best life, because it was expensive and they were so heavy and all this stuff. And then you get to the class and you literally barely use the textbook. It's like all of this hoopla and you don't even use the textbook. So I got so mad at some point, I started keeping my text. Do I have it in my textbook? I
All
don't
the
think so.
information.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Do I? No, I must. At one point, I started getting pissed off. And I was like, I'm not even returning. I'm just going to keep it. Like that was going to do something. But I was like, I'm keeping all my textbooks. So I thought I had a couple of them. I don't. I just have the books that I wrote in. Yeah. But anyways, that's so funny to me. Well, I'm officially old because I have no clue what's going on. Okay, her moments, I think she feels me. I think she understands. Most expensive one was like $179. Seriously. Like, I'm telling you, it was a thing. And it was like a huge ordeal to go get your textbooks before classes. And it was just a thing. So now that they don't even have, that's why I feel salty. I'm like, what you mean?
That's why you acting like that. Oh,
yeah, no, it was
big old books.
Yes. No, but like, oh my gosh. I wish that I wish I have like pictures of those times. Like that wasn't a thing back then. But I'm telling you, it was like an experience. You had to go to the bookstore, you had to get all your books, and you knew your total was going to be easy over 500 because they were expensive. It was an expensive time. And now to think y'all get to have all that on y'all's computer. Okay, whatever. Y'all don't know what real school is. Now I'm like my parents. Y'all don't understand. That's crazy. Interesting. Well, that's what we learned today. Anybody else have any other questions, comments, concerns? I will give I'll give you all, if you have any final thoughts or anything you want to say. I have something at what was I was supposed to do something at 7:30 today. What was I supposed to do?
We got to do this more often.
Facts.
What?
Because Raw ain't doing all this.
I think so. I'll be honest though. I started doing so covering 3 teams during football season. That is so hard. I didn't realize how much time it was going to take me to be so locked in on those teams. And then I like football, so I was also still watching, but it's so hard for me. But maybe now when the season's winding down, I can go live more. But I submitted my membership stuff. YouTube has to approve it. So I'll probably go live on that one, but I'll also do like a normal live just to chit chat. Like, why not? Like, it's fun just to like talk about school because y'all ain't been to no real school. y'all ain't at no real school. See, Jen J, she feels me. She knows where I'm coming from. She knows what I'm talking about. Like, I went to real school. I don't know where y'all are at, but I went to real school. Okay. Times were hard. You had to carry your textbooks and you didn't get any money back from those textbooks. And I'm still bothered by that. I'm scarred. So anyways, we will end on you all. Do you all have anything else to say or anything to add to the conversation?
I wanted to just 1 second. I just wanted to say this. I agree with you. I don't see how you can flunk out online. I mean, you could go cheat and get the answer.
You ain't lying, boy. I've been cheating
Some money.
since I've been online. But
Yeah, I mean, if you can't succeed that way, really flawed, you got that right. You
But
ain't trying.
But
think
can I
it's
say,
more the
but
money than online, because it ain't cheap.
well,
yeah,
I think though that people, but remember what I said, there is a process. Like, for example, we all know Google, YouTube exists, right? But if I tell YouTube, help me, what should I cook tonight? That's not really telling it anything. I think what we're missing is that people have to make the technology work for them for it to work.
Right.
Like, it's not enough just to say you have Google. You have to know what to ask Google to get the right answer, you know?
Right.
So
even like this one too, not cutting you out, but even like this too, when Jack Boy was talking about it first in math and stuff like that, just think when the calculator came around, when you came into school, really fly, the calculator was there. When I came into school, the calculator wasn't there. When I was in the 4th grade, I couldn't go to no machine to find out what them timetables was. That's what kicked my butt in the 4th grade. You understand me? Adding and subtracting was okay. When it comes down to the multiplying and dividing, boy, I'm telling you, they're going obstacle.
right. Yeah.
And it wasn't no calculators around. I could hit real fast and try to get the answer. So,
I think I also feel like too, the lack of community, like now y'all have like Instagram and YouTube and TikTok and Snapchat and insert whatever thing I'm not thinking about because I don't have any of that stuff. But I didn't realize when I was struggling that it was normal because I only had what I had. Does that make sense? So I think nowadays it's like if you are struggling with math, if you're struggling with somebody and you go on to Instagram and you're like, man, I suck at math. Does anybody else suck at? You have people that would be like, girl, me too. And it like makes you feel like, oh, I'm not an idiot. Like we didn't have that. So it's like, and getting into social media is a whole different conversation. Maybe we'll talk about social media on the next live. But I think that's one of the positives that social media brings is because it gives you the sense of community and it corrals you to like people. And we didn't have that. So it was like, I didn't realize, this is going to sound really ridiculous, but I didn't realize that turning on a light in a car was not going to get you pulled over by the cops. That was just a lie my parents told me to get me to shut the fuck up. I didn't know that. And so like...
Hey, Rudy Fly, I don't know if you were just like me, but our YouTube and our what's the name then when I was coming up in sports and finding out who was winning and where everybody was going and all that stuff was USA Today.
Yeah, right. Like that's all we had. And now I can go find anybody that plays football. I can just go type in their name and find them. So it's just interesting to see the world evolving and then to see that some people don't even know how the world used to be and they think this is normal. It's interesting to me. But I see it with my students. I just sometimes look at them and I'm like, what do you mean you don't understand? Well, now I realize they actually don't understand because they didn't have that experience. So anyways, I'm just blabbing, but I will make sure. I mean, it's the off season now, so my schedule should be a little bit easier because at some point I was just pumping out videos. So we'll figure it out. Thank you for jumping on, Jack Boy Old School, and Nicole, if you're still listening, thanks. I appreciate you. And then Braska Rascal, thank you for your 2 super chats. And Jen J, thank you for your super chat. Nicole C, thank you for your super chat. And Braska Rascal, I will almost promise you that I will be back next Friday, depending on how my week goes, and do a live just for you for paying attention. Because you know I love people that pay attention. There's something in me that will always appreciate somebody that pays attention. I can't help it. I love reading, comprehension, paying attention. Sign me up for all of those things. So anyways, thank you all for showing up. Everybody that listened on the playback, don't forget to hit the like button. And who knows, this might be a new thing, but we'll see. Bye, everyone.
Thank you for being a person that can hold someone's attention.
Oh, I know that's right. You are very welcome.
Yeah.